CA Knockoffs. Cohiba flavor. Hey, Brian McKay, and this is Cigar Vlog. So, check this out. Cigars International makes a, I don't know if they actually legit make them or if they just contract them out. They probably contract them out. But they have their own line of knockoffs that are supposed to mimic higher end brands like Romeo, Cohiba, Monte Cristo, Macanudos for some reason. Honestly, I think you can probably just roll up a paper bag and do a pretty good knockoff of a Macanudo, but that's just me. Anyway, as far as budget cigars go, provided you can still hear me over the freaking wind noise, these are definitely not the worst choice you could pick. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this cut and lit, and yeah, hopefully this isn't going to turn into a train wreck of wind noise. So basically, I didn't think it was actually going to be this freaking windy out here, but as it turns out, we apparently have a bit of a messed up weather warning. So hopefully that won't be an issue. Or if it does, this will be a real short video. Yeah, roasted up like a jet engine. There we go. Well, I think I did it right. Taste-wise, slightly sweet, clean tobacco, not bad. I'm gonna see if I can get somewhere where I can find a little bit of a windbreak, and oh well, hey, here we go, nice calm spot. Yeah, sweet, slightly earthy, good clean tobacco, good start overall. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna find an area that's got a little bit less wind, hopefully, and maybe not screw up the rest of this video.
I found my friendly tree.
Okay, so basically, I finally found a nice little, reasonably wind clear spot. After about an inch in. Red Trail is kind of earthy, a little like sawdust. Not that it's dry, it's just it's got that kind of fresh sawdust, kind of earthy smell to it. Taste, there is a good subtle sweetness going on in this. It's kind of building as it goes. I like that. Otherwise, simple, clean, and pretty decent. Now, the whole thing about this is it's supposed to mimic a Cohiba. The only problem with that, good thing I'm hearing a bicycle behind me. The only problem with trying to mimic a Cohiba is there's two Cohibas. So if it's the Cohiba red dot, well, that's definitely not this. If it's a Cuban Cohiba, well, I haven't had a Cuban Cohiba, so I don't really have anything to compare to, so I have no idea if it tastes anything like it or not. But anyway, as far as just a good everyday cigar, so far it's kind of working out. I find it kind of funny, they have on the advertising, compare to Partagas or Monte Cristo. Well, which Partagas, which Monte Cristo? There's like 14 different lines per cigar brand that you're talking about. You know? So, something on my phone. Just keep that in mind when you're looking for these. You find these exclusively at Cigars International because that's kind of their shtick. Anyway, but yeah, kind of take a little bit of a grain of salt when they say it compares to Romeo y Julieta or, you know, Cohiba or Macanudo. Keep in mind, if it's Macanudo, it's probably about 50% cardboard, just because that's kind of the flavor profile of Macanudos that I've found so far. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry, I keep bitching about Macanudo. I don't know why they're still popular. I really don't. Okay, anyway, take a little bit of a grain of salt when they say these are supposed to compare to... I didn't know if I wanted to say comparable or not. So when they say they're supposed to compare to a higher end name brand, and no, these don't have any bands on them, so that's one of the reasons why they get cheap, because there's no band. But when they say they compare to something more expensive, be kind of leery about that, because there's a lot more nuance to it than just, oh yeah, it tastes like a Cohiba. No, it doesn't. Might taste like something from Cohiba, but you know, just lumping all of Cohiba into one thing, is because you kind of can't do that. So anyway, I'm gonna smoke this down at halfway point and maybe stop rambling like an idiot, and yeah, give a proper update from there. Okay, so just a quick update here. I'm gonna actually get back in the tunnel here. It's gonna be a little echoey and probably breezy as hell. Well, I think it'll be alright if I stand about here. I don't know why, but this little tunnel under here just turns into a wind tunnel if there's even a slight breeze. So anyway, she just kind of flaked off. It is a little breezy out here, but I figured I might want to take a second to talk about the construction. So far, as you can see, everything seems alright, but there is a little bit of a mess on just a slight hole in the wrapper here. Nothing too major, but you can tell that's kind of one of the reasons why this is a cheapo. Because if this was a higher brand from whoever actually makes these, whatever factory that is, I have no idea. This would not be allowed in something like a Rocky Patel, if that actually shows up or not. Should. But otherwise, no huge stems, no large veins, a couple of, you know, looks like a decent double cap. Construction's been pretty good so far. So let's see how it holds up to the rest of the midpoint. Okay, so this looks like a pretty good halfway point. So far, flavors have been pretty consistent. Just clean tobacco, a little sweet, a little earthy. I want to say maybe a slight woodiness. Very slight, very subtle. Excuse me, whilst I choke on my own spit. Overall, though, getting rained on. Nothing too particularly stand out. But then again, it's kind of the point. It's kind of supposed to be an El Cheapo kind of everyday kind of shtick. So, you know, flavors have been pleasant. Retrohale has kind of an earthy, toasty kind of campfire thing going on. And, you know, it's just kind of, you know, dig it out, mow the lawn, have something that doesn't suck. And, yeah, this is definitely not suck. That's it. It's a pretty good thing that they're only charging like bare minimum for these, because you definitely could not get away with charging like a full $60 for a packet of these. When I say a packet, I mean like a bundle of 20. And that's typically most of your standard kind of mid-range decent cigar brands will be listed on, I'm going to use Cigars International specifically because that's where this particular one is from specifically. Typically most kind of mid-range, usually everyday cigars are going to be about $60 a box. That's what they're going to list as on the actual catalog that you get, or at least the one I get. And this one you can see just the construction flaw of having that little right there, and the fact that well, they're unbanded, unboxed, and they're kind of intentionally designed to be cheap. You know, it's just, you really couldn't justify $60 for these. That said, they're definitely worth the 40 or 35, 40, whatever it is to get it for them. Point is, you get these on the cheap, and these are definitely some of the better cheapos you can get. I know it kind of sounds like I was kind of squatting a big gnarly one on them, but you know, they're not bad. Is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm saying anymore. Oh boy. So anyway, I'm going to smoke this down and see if anything kind of stands out, builds, wakes up, whatever. So far, it's seeming pretty much just a standard generic, well, not generic, but just a standard kind of everyday smoke, which is kind of what it's intended to be. So, plus 10 points. Alright, so this seems to be a pretty decent point to call this the butt end of this. This is about normally where the band would be, so this is also the point where, let me ever tell you, a concrete wall is not exactly comfortable on your shoulder. Well, anyway, this is about the point where the flavors of the actual cigar start to wash out, because you get that little ember in here, that little cherry, so close that you don't really have any space for the smoke to cool down, so everything just tastes like washed out hot tobacco. And pretty much every cigar will do that. So far, the flavors of this one have been pretty consistent all the way through. Slightly sweet, I want to say a little sleety, a little cedary, a little earthy. Just a good everyday cigar. I know that previous statements about it made it seem like it might be kind of shit, but well, it's not. I mean, it's designed to be a cheap cigar. It's supposed to be a cheapo, an affordable cigar. for the price, you can get a hell of a lot worse. Run Mexico. Excuse me. But, yeah, for the price, I mean, there's either these certain seconds that come from, God, who did this? JP something. Wait, there's a line of cigars that are called seconds, specifically seconds. And they're offered again through Cigars International. These are specifically Cigars International knockoffs, CI knockoffs. And, you know, noisy truck, you can actually get some pretty good cigars for not a lot of money if you know what to look for. This is one of them. But otherwise, just a nice everyday, nothing to write home about, but just kick back, mow the lawn, hang out with your friends, whatever. Just a good everyday cigar. Drink pairings, whatever you like with it. Coffee, whiskey, rum, vodka, milkshake, I don't care. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Other than that, there's really not much else to say, other than it's just kind of, you know, classic cigar. That's pretty much it. Well, anyway, if you like this review or any other review, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know if you had a different experience or if there's anything you want to see reviewed. Don't forget to check out my Twitch stream, Sundays and Wednesday nights, midnight to 2 a.m. I am starting to incorporate at least once a 4-hour stream starting at 10 local time. So, whatever that is for your time zone. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say about this one. I'll see you next time.